Good morning, welcome back YouTube. My name is Carl Williams. This channel is called From Plot to Plate, No Dig Allotment. If it's the first time you've been here, you're more than welcome. Please consider hitting the subscribe button. Today is going to be a plot tour just to show you what's going on. I'm actually on the plot today, not up in the polytunnel in the garden. So I got two polytunnels on the plot. I'm going to show you inside them and what's growing and the seedlings I've brought on, and then I'm going to show you actually what's going on in the plot as well. There's stuff in, still very early yet, it's only the middle of March, so we can still have very cold spells, but the plants have been hardened off here, beetroot and so forth, which I'll show you in a second now, which will survive well. So let's have a little look in. So I thought I'd start you in the 6x3 polytunnel. I got a couple of lettuce in there that went in during the, I think it was December last year. I planted them and they can be harvested now, some of the leaves off them, but they're not going to be there for long because I'm going to have, in this bed is going to be all tomatoes and aubergines and cucumbers. So got a potato just coming through there in one of the early ones I put in. So that's just in a 15-litre pot just to try and get an early crop. And that seems to be doing okay. Just go down this bed. So I got my garlic. You remember me planting that October last year. It hasn't resulted in the best. It looks a little bit, some of them look a bit worse for wear, but they're okay. I had a couple of freezes with regards to some of the potatoes that I got chitting. Some of them went a bit soft. Can't help that, that's the way it is. I try to protect them with fleece, but I always lose one or two anyway. So these are all cauliflowers here that went in December last year. These are spring cabbage, which obviously for the middle of March they're looking so healthy, guys, and that's fab. Carrot box is all ready to plant with the carrots. I'll take you back down here. Obviously you can see the difference in the colour of the soil because I've got these in here at the moment. So when these are harvested, I'll put another layer of compost over the top and I'll be ready for the tomatoes and things like that then in there. On this side, I'm just setting up my buckets so I can put my strings down and put my I leave obviously the garlic in the back, that's no problem, I can harvest them, but tomatoes and things will be going in here as well. And then I can plant lettuce and stuff here. Talking about lettuce, I got quite a lot growing there at the moment, and I've got multi-sown spring onions there. Two of these dropped out when I was in the car transporting them, but there we go. And there's multi-sown beetroot, which will also be going in the tunnel. Here's all my seed potatoes. These are I planted most of my first earlies. I've got some Charlotte here, some second earlies, a couple of batches of those, and most of them are main crop potatoes, which I'll be putting in the ground this year, not in buckets. More lettuce there, which are looking really healthy. As we come around here, we got again onions planted from seed. These went in December. I got peas here which have been grown for shoots. I got more beetroot coming up there. These are all cabbage in there. I put my shallots in there which are growing, and I've also put a pepper in there. That's been in there, right, honestly, in here. It's been in there over 6 weeks. So we had all our cold spell and it's still surviving, so it's interesting, isn't it? Warm loving plant like that. I've got more onions here. I need to scrape off some of this mildew and maybe even repot them into larger pots, to be honest, so I can give them some fresh compost and they'll obviously come on a little bit better like these ones then. So that's what's happening in polytunnel number 1. I'm just pulling my lace, sorry guys, I'm just gonna end up tripping up, and that's not very practical on camera, is it? So that's what's happening in polytunnel number 1. So let's just take you around now to second polytunnel, and I'll take you around the plot then. So that's looking good, garlic. So it's a bit of a mess in here, guys, because I got all the benches and that in here. I just want to show you what's going on. Just turn that, tighten that up like that. Okay, so remember the carrots I planted? Well, they'll all come up now. They have the carrots. You can see them there. They're everywhere. I think there's about 70 carrots in a bucket. That mould will die off hopefully at some point. My two calamando trees, they survived just about. I got broad beans in here. It's 28, I think, in total. I got some more beetroot coming up, more onions that I've just transplanted from here into there. These are obviously onion sets, Red Baron, which are all just coming through now. I've got more onion sets there, but what I'll do with these, because I can have enough onions now for myself and for the stall, but these will be planted, and I'll just, once they get to a certain height, I'll just pick them as spring onions, you know, so they won't go to waste. I'll put them in a bucket or something like that, to be honest. By the way, buckets, all these buckets underneath are full of first early potatoes. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 buckets of early potatoes in at the moment. These are all radish that are all coming through, multi-sown radish. I can't remember what I got on that one. What did I put in it? Oh, that's pak choy. And I've got cabbage that I've put in here for seed. Nothing showing through there yet, I don't think. No. Oh, there is. It's just starting to shoot through there. More onion sets in there. So these are the cabbage. Again, spring cabbage that are all here at the moment, which are looking really good. To show you my carrot box. I'm pleased with this because these have germinated. They took a while, but they germinated eventually. So you can see all the carrots germinated in my root trainers. Chuffed with that. So I just got a bit of glass on there at the moment just to keep the heat in. I've put chicken pellets on top of this compost here just to give my my plants a good start. As you can see, the plants, I got loads of lettuce in here. These can be starting to pick now. Some of these are really growing well. I've got tomatoes. I've got a couple more to put in that side there. What have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 buckets, as you can see, going all the way down. So there's different varieties of lettuce here. There's spinach here. So it's, like I said, lots going on. And all these then are multi-sown radish. Peas are all up. So they probably will go in towards next week, I would imagine. So they're all looking good. So that's Ectic polytunnel number 2, which is the 8x3 polytunnel, guys. And obviously I've got all these hanging baskets as well, which will be filled with hanging basket tomatoes at some point in the future. I got them growing up at the house, of course. So it's quite a lot going on in the polytunnel, and the temperature at the moment is, it got up to 37 yesterday, and it's 8 degrees at this moment in time, but it is 7:15 in the morning, so it's quite early at the moment. So I'm gonna just take you around the plot now, right guys, and give you a bit of a tour. Bear with me. It is still so very windy. We start over here, I think. Oops. So you remember this bed. This bed has all been composted, ready to plant. Brassicas will be going in here. So I got a net there to cover. Look at that for a find. So I had all those scaffolding boards for free, so I haven't got a clue what I'm going to be doing with them yet, but they will come in handy at some point to build some raised beds or to do something like a carrot box again or something like that. But we'll do something with them and I'll be on another video. Alright. So sorry about the wind, guys. It's blowing a gale here at the moment. So these are garlic, all looking really healthy. These are daffodils, of course. I've got some bits to clean up by here. These, I've planted broad beans in here, and you can just see them poking through. So I put seed in, and they hopefully will toughen it out. I got nothing in that bed. But what I did with this bed, if you remember back October last year, I dug most of that out. Well, not dug it out, but I took a lot of it out and put a load of like just half broken down material in there, and then filled it back up with compost. So I'm hoping that the worms will be doing their job, and that will be good fertile soil for lettuce and things like that. More garlic there, and come across this way because I've got these containers. I've got spuds in there, potatoes in there, first earlies. I've also put broad beans in here, and they're all shooting through. So this is an addition to the, you remember, the addition to the plot. So all this bed It's been cleaned and all sorted with regards to weeding. There's hardly any weeds on it anyway, to be honest. This is a red, black, a purple or red gooseberry, which is fantastic for making wine. I've got a plum tree I put in. I've got a pear tree, and I've got an apple tree. So these are all new additions to the fruit area, obviously, and all this, another gooseberry by there, as you remember, but all this then will be planted with strawberries and other fruit. So this is the fruit bed. Garlic that they've put in about a month ago, that's all poking up through here. This is my shallots. I got 10 rows of shallots in there, and I planted all my chitted parsnips yesterday, so there's 9 rows of parsnips up here. Just go down this way again, still got all of this rubbish to clear up, guys. This is going to be my bed for broad beans, so that's going to be removed and taken to the skip. A lot of bit of wood I'm going to burn. As we come down here, this is my bean row, so I'm going to put French climbing beans on this side, and this side there's going to be lettuce. What a bit of wind we have, I tell you. Just chuck them in it. So these are my carrot boxes, which I haven't filled yet, which is another task I'm going to be doing before the end of this week. So this bed is my onion bed, so I got onions and shallots and garlic in here. I got another apple tree there, which I am going to transplant next year. Now I won't do it now because I think it's a bit late in spring, and I'll put that across where the other fruits are, and then I can use this raised bed for like long root things. I got onions and garlic in the outside of that there. So this is another large bed filled with potatoes. This is going to be all my main crop are going to be put into the ground this year in that bed, so I'm going to fill our spuds. That's the plan for that. I think you've seen it all now, but I'm going to go around to show you my plot B now, which I've taken on this year. So, oh, it's freezing, guys, it's absolutely freezing. So this is plot B. So this is all my new beds that I've built. And obviously I've put up the wigwams for the runner beans. This is my brassica cage, which the brassicas in there are not looking good whatsoever. So I don't think there's enough nitrogen or something in there anyway. So we'll deal with that. I might have to put another layer of compost in there and put something else in there and move my brassicas to a different place, but we'll come across that another time. This is full now, this raised bed here. I've put an extra 2 barrels of compost in this section because all my sweet corn are going to go in here. You remember the raised beds that I built as well, and I've got this little cover here, so I can put stuff in there early because that soil is quite warm now, to be honest, when the sun comes out, even though it's quite cold out. This is my beans, so I'm just putting that there for a second just to give me a bit of protection. So my bean trellis there. We've had some wind and there's a bit of blowing things around. So these are 3 beds that I built, you remember, in previous videos. Another bed built there, and I got 2 beds covered there, and more beans or peas going to be going up there. So yeah, there's quite a lot going on this section. I built all their beds for my friend. I'll show you them quickly. So my neighbour, because I got half of his plot, I got a load of scaffolding boards and built all these beds for him. He's got to get wood chip now to put in between the paths. He's put a load of onions and things like that, but that'll be covered with wood chip in the paths. And he got a nice little growing space that he can manage then as well. So there we go. Anyway, I think that's it for the plot tour, guys, of both plots, plot A, plot B. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe. I'm looking forward now to the weather warming up a bit because it's freezing at the moment, and we can get some stuff growing. And yeah. Oh, and you might remember that I've put a window in my shed. I'll take you into my shed, just have a quick look. I'm happy with that. So my shed is a lot cleaner. Got a plank to sit on, got my fire in the corner, kettle there, which is the most important, and I got a bit of light coming in here as well. So yeah, quite happy. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. You look after yourselves and have a great day, and look forward to the weekend where you can get on the plot. Bye for now.